Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Roxy here. I'm so happy to have you on today's video. So today's video and today's chat is specifically for those of you out there, my ladies out there who are competitors. Now, it doesn't matter if you are bikini, if you are figure, if you are women's physique, if you are bodybuilder, whatever your division and your flavor, this combo is for you. Now, I know there are a lot of you out there who are, you're out there competing and you're doing your thing and you've got the goal of turning pro. Everybody wants the pro card, darling, and why not, right? It's a huge accolade. But I want to discuss with you your reasons behind wanting that card and whether or not it's even worth it in today's time. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, for some of y'all, you might be coming across this video for the very first time and you might be asking yourself, who is this chick and what gives her the authority to tell me about what I should be doing with my goals and what I want to do in the competition world? Well, let me tell you something, okay? Let me reintroduce myself. So my name is Roxy Beckles and I am an IFBB Pro, okay? I turned pro in women's physique, but I started off in figure and I had been competing since 2010 is when I started. And my competitive career spanned from 2010 to 2015 when I decided to retire from the sport as a competitor and focus more on coaching and elevating other people to the level that I got to. Now, speaking of levels that I got to, honey, I have been at the top of this sport. I have competed at the Olympia. Yes, the 2014 50th anniversary Olympia. I was one of the competitors on that stage and it was an amazing experience. So what I have to share with you today is all based off of my personal experience and what I know about the industry and what I've seen about the world out there. And also, I come from the entertainment world as well. I was a dancer, an actress, a commercial model, and doing all that stuff. So I have an idea of what the industry is on the whole and where bodybuilding fits with our niche in that. So that being said, so you want to turn pro, huh? You want the pro card, you want to go out there, you want to do nationals, you want to be one of the top athletes in the sport. So what I would say is that, listen, that's a fair goal, honey. Okay, listen, this is what you could do. Go to my YouTube channel and make sure that you go to the actual channel, like my page channel. Scroll down that page and look for this playlist called The Competitive Edge. That is my vlog from when I first started competing. Okay, it's not embarrassing, but I left it up for people to learn from it. But my very first workout, the first video on that list, the very first workout when I decided, yeah, I'm going to do this, honey, I was claiming I was going to be IFBB Pro from day one. Okay, there was no qualms about it. I just knew that's what I wanted. My reasons for wanting to have a pro card, okay, you got to understand, as of today's date, I'm 38 years old. And so when I was getting into bodybuilding, that was back in the 80s and 90s. And, bodybuilding had its place in media. You saw it on television, there were competitions on TV all the time, all the magazines, all the sports shows, they were there. You saw bodybuilders acting on TV and commercials and everything. So at that time, with the social climate that we lived in, if you wanted to have a name in the fitness industry, you had to turn pro, you had to get a pro card, you had to be where, the talent was being picked from. And that's where the talent was being picked from, So on that note, with me growing up with that, I wanted to be I wanted to be in the fitness world. I just loved fitness. So earning a pro card was the next best thing. So that's how I got my inspiration to want to turn pro, and then seeing the top pros up there, wanting to be like them, that was my inspiration. And for you, that's probably the same thing. Well, I got my pro card in 2013 at the NPC Team Universe Championships. Now they call it NPC Universe, but it used to be Team Universe. I got my pro card there, which was fantastic. It was amazing. I made my pro debut that year. And then the next year, my rookie season as a pro, I went off and competed and earned my spot at the Olympia. So I had a pretty quick ascension once I got my pro card. One of the things I thought would happen when I turned pro and when I got that card, and especially when I got to the Olympia, was that all of these opportunities would open up, opportunities for sponsorship. Back in the day, you had to have those titles and you had to be this and that. in order to get sponsorship, or in order to be in the magazines, in order to write and have articles and just be a fitness, personality. You had to have those titles. Fast forward 2013, 2014, we're living in a different world. I thought that I had to do all of those things in order to have a successful business, in order to be able to coach other people, in order to be able to write and have my voice heard and to make a name for myself in the industry. What I found was that none of that is true, because what happened a couple of years ago, 2008 into 2010-ish or whatever the year was, 2009-ish or whatever, Facebook and Instagram started to really take off, especially with the advent of things like Instagram, where you can curate your own photos, you can curate your own content. People could blog and do this and create your audience and reach people directly and do whatever the hell you wanted. So the landscape is different in which we live now. Whereas if you think you need to have that title to do all of the things that you want to do in the fitness world, I'm here to tell you, you don't. In fact, the most shocking thing that to me, like I said, was when I got that pro card, and especially when I competed at the Olympia, nothing changed at all. Do you see my face? Nothing changed. I didn't have people knocking down my door or to, do this, that, and the third. And it was just a really interesting thing. And when I started to look at the top pros and started to see okay, well, what are their careers like? Yeah, they'll have, and let's talk about the women, because the men, that's a whole different beast. I mean, the men are winning. Mr. Olympia wins like $300,000 or so for being Mr. Olympia, or maybe it's like $500,000 now. I forgot. It's a lot of money. And the men will win checks all the way up to 10th place. The women, we're $30,000, I think, is the top for like Miss Figure Olympia and Fitness Olympia. I think women's physique is still at $16,000, $20,000 for the Olympia winner. Okay, so sponsorships for men, they get a different deal and stuff like that. So it's a whole different world with them. With the women, it's like, you're putting in all this work. It's a lot of money to do. And we're not being compensated. So when I saw the top pros, and it's like, they're not big household names. Like, you can win Miss Olympia and then people forget your name like 2 years later and who you are. Okay? Like, it's really that, the turnover rate. So when you look around at who some of the top personalities are in the fitness world, most of them aren't even pros. Most of them don't even compete. Okay? So it depends on what your goals are and your reasons why you feel like you need that card to validate you. The prize earnings for money as a pro, I mean, it's like maybe $1,000, $500 or so. It depends on the promoter, for first through fifth place for the women. And, you can't be in it for the money because there's no guarantee that you're going to get up there. I mean, I have been second place next to one of the top competitors in my division in one show. And then the next show got my ass kicked and handed to me and was 11th place. Okay, so you can't guarantee nothing up in this, world, up in the bodybuilding. Okay, so you really have to be connected with your reasons why. Why do you want to turn pro? What do you think you're going to get out of it? And really be truthful about it. Now, if it's something that's just like excuse me, my nose is itchy. If it's something that's just like an accomplishment for you, like you think it would be a great thing to do and to say that you have, then fantastic. But if you're in that place where you feel like all of a sudden you get a pro card and you're going to be making all this money, that your career is going to go through the roof and this, that, and another, I'm going to tell you right now, honey, that is not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Okay. And furthermore, it can happen without that pro card. And if you do have a pro card, yeah, that's fantastic. You can put IFBB Pro or whatever other pro there is out there in front of your name. But if you don't hustle for your work, if you don't build your brand, if you don't go out there and do the things that you need to do, in spite of all of those titles, then you're not going to get anywhere. Okay, so I wanted to have that little dose of reality for you and tell you, look, I mean, I've been to the top of the sport, honey, and, listen, it doesn't really change anything. So, but at the same time, I would never discourage anyone from doing it. If that is your goal, you go for it. In fact, one of the things that I really pride myself on is that the way that I work with my clients is very hands-on. and it's what I call competitor development. So I take these women, I work mostly with women, but I do have a couple of men. But we work on really bringing them to their best year after year after year. And I've had many of my clients earn pro cards, earn IFBB Pro cards, earn overall titles on the national level with their, within their divisions. So it's possible, you guys. It's very possible. And it's all about really, like, if you want it, to strategize and to know that this is a 24-hour dedication and that the road may be long. My rise to the top happened very quickly, okay? But not everybody is blessed with that opportunity. Not everybody is blessed with that kind of trajectory. For some of you, it might take 5-10 years to get your pro card. It might take going to the national level 20-30 times before you start really getting noticed and you earn that. And for some of you out there, you may never earn it. And I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. So that should not be your only driving factor as your reasons why behind why you do this. Find a deeper reason and make it mean something to you. I hope that this video helped you out. Listen, I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you gunning for a pro card? And if so, what are your reasons why? Post them in the comments and I'd love to discuss that. And also, what I love, if you're a pro who's watching this, and it doesn't matter what division you were in, how long did it take for you to earn your pro card? Post that below and let's go ahead and discuss that. And if you're a competitor that's out there right now and you are watching this and you want to work with someone who's really going to invest time in you, who's going to help you to really take things to the next level, who's going to design programming for you to really help you to see amazing results and growth and progress and do it in a healthy way, in a sane way, in a way that's not going to ruin your body, cause any kind of metabolic damage and all that other stuff. You want a smart coach who's also going to be your mentor. You want someone who's doing way more than what the average online coaches are doing out there right now. This to you is a lifestyle, this to you is an investment, and you're ready for that level of work. Come on and talk to me. Just get on the phone with me. Let's go ahead and discuss what your goals are, and we'll decide whether or not you and I working together is even a realistic thing. Because look, I don't take everyone on, but I do take on the most serious clients who are ready to invest in themselves and really make their goals a reality. Okay, so in order to do that, go ahead and go to my website, www.rockstarfitness.com/complimentary call. Get on a call with me. It's totally free. Let's talk and see what could be in the cards for you. Thank you so much for watching today, and I cannot wait to connect with you. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. When you do subscribe, click the notifications bell to make sure that you don't miss a video. And if you're watching this from my Facebook channel, post your comments below and do me a favor, share this video. Let's get some good information out there in the fitness world and take care of getting rid of some of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Let's share some real info. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.